We was kings, we was kings, we was kings.
What's good to the tribe? It's Wanaghi. I want to come to you guys today and kind of get back to what made me first start loving and knowing that I was from the Americas and no place other. I want to go back to the beginning of stuff as far as this information. When we were talking about the definition of Aboriginal. The definition of original. We were going into the definition of American. Which we know, it's the copper color races. Races. People have to understand that it's many different built up nations here. We all are melanated, but we're all not family. We're all not kin. We're not the same. We're the same stock of people, but we're really not the same people. I kind of think that's why I'm so adamant about genealogy. Just because it really breaks down for you who you are. And nobody can tell you who you are. I'm really trying to get away from the word we. I think that's what has messed us up as a whole for a long time. We. When all of we aren't gonna get along. All of we aren't the same. We're not the same. The Americas is the true old world. When we look at these movies and these television shows, you see how they try to put all this crazy, spectacular things in scenes. But a lot of these things they're putting in these movies and in these shows, they've got from here. They heard about from here. They seen the old pictures or read old writings talking about these things. This is the true old world. The true old world. I'll ask this, right? They say Africa is the cradle of civilization. Which we know that to be a farce. They're capping. They're really capping. But with us researching the Americas, it kind of leans the other way. When we provide the world food and so forth and so on. The true old world. So let me ask this. They say everybody came out of Africa and migrated. What if it was the other way around? And everybody came out of Americas and migrated around. Is that too far to believe, or am I just in my own world right now? The true old world. The last outpost to Atlantis, they say. You think about those mystical, magical places when you used to hear about them in tales and different things like that. Like they say, it's nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new. I just want people to really love everything that comes with the Americas, Turtle Island. Love everything that comes with it. We can't just love when we were building brick buildings and big structures and things like that. We gotta go back to the original too. Remember, we call ourselves Aboriginal or original. We gotta go back to the original. What is the original? Did we start off making bricks? Did we start off making castles, so to say? Like they say, you gotta crawl before you walk. My son didn't just get up and start walking. He crawled first. Toddlers don't just start talking, they mumble first. Before they start talking. So I want us to understand this. All parts of America are great, even with times, going through the timeline. That's why it's so great to do genealogy, so you can figure out some of your timeline. And then go back on ancient history for the rest. Like with me, it's awesome to see the pyramids in South America. It's awesome to talk about them. It's awesome to know that they're in the Americas. But it's no way I can tie myself to that. I don't know those people. Even though I can say they're melanated. They were here. They're probably some of our ancestors, but who could really prove that? Who could prove it? We gotta take the good with the ugly. So I wanna, like I say, I wanna go back to old times a little bit. So I'm gonna go through some of these pictures that a lot of us have shown throughout the years and are still showing us as the American Indian, as the first, the original, the Aboriginal, the Moor, or whatever you want to call yourself. And I'm just gonna talk a little bit through them. But I want you guys to get a good look at them. And then put in the comments what you think or what you seen in these pictures. Let's get it. So this right here is the first one. America. We can see she's a copper-colored woman. We can see the wrap on her hair. We can see the feathers that's on the top of it. With the bow and arrow in hand. These were just some of the pictures and things I saw when I first started this that made me love researching about the Americas and knowing that I'm from here and no other place on the plane. The real, true old world. So let's go through some of these pictures and you guys write back in the comments what you think about them or what you see that I didn't see. This is a very popular picture we see a lot. Everybody likes to show the buildings in the back with him in the front with his feathers. Feathered crown on. Feathered crown on. Virginia, Florida. Looks like he's sitting on some type of house or structures he's made. You see him pulling out the hide, stretching it out to dry it. Because we had some of the best furs that anybody knew about. So we have a guy here standing, or maybe a female. They're a Negro, short hair. I can see the feathers in his head with a bow, which we all know feathers are badges of honor, just like when you were in the military. You earned your ribbons, which were your feathers. And this is the picture we see a lot, that everybody shows. We have a melanated guy at the top with a feathered head crown on, standing above everybody. And you can catch the other people with feathers all around them. This right here is a picture that's real hard to explain because it looks like it's dismembered arms and legs, which we did have some tribes that were cannibals. The Mohawk, they ate their fellow brothers. That's why they warred a lot with other tribes, because the other tribes wasn't feeling that at all. So it looks like we have a chief here with a feathered crown. And it looked like you could see other feathered crown chiefs in the front. Maybe they're having some type of council where they're talking to each other. You can see in the background, it looks like they're dancing. You can also see the structures or homes they have made in the background. So this right here is the continuation of the picture I showed of Virginia, Florida. Looks like they're swimming or bathing in like a stream or a river or some type of spring. And we still have these feathered headdresses on. It all looks like they're chilling outside of their house. I can see one in the middle looks like he has locks. And we still have feathered crowns everywhere. Kind of looks like they're partying or dancing or having some type of ritual go on. The ones in the middle look like they have on feathered type outfits, while the ones around are tied with feathers on their back. You can see the guy in the middle, melanated. Looks like he has on a fur. It says at the bottom, the King of California places his crown of feathers on Admiral Duke's head. First off, I can see it's a family. Looks like the guy has feathers on his head, but not a crown. Kind of looks like he's a warrior. I see the tomahawk in his hand, and they have a wigwam in the background. At first sight, it looks like a war or something is going on. You can see them with torches in their hand. You can see ones beside them drinking. You can see other ones in the water. This right here is a popular picture we see a lot too. Looks like a group of ladies. Have feathers in their hair. You can also see one with a feathered crown. Now you can see them. It looks like they're hunting or looking for something. Got the guy leading with the feathered crowns. Then you have the ones behind them following, ready for that action. Looks like we have a family here. Looks like the dad went fishing. The kids maybe went with their mom to the garden or the farm. And you can see her with her corn pipe tobacco, smoking, puffing it away. We still see the feathered crown, Americans. And you can also see in Florida, they had the wigwams in the back as far as structures they built to live in here and there. Right here, you can see a melanated person with a feathered head crown on. It also looks like he has on like a yellow fez or something. But in the background, it looks like that's a teepee or something back there. Maybe he was on a trip somewhere, hunting or going to see somebody, and you can see the arrow in his hand. So maybe that's what's going on here. But I never seen it with the headdress of fez, and they had the teepee in the background. But I did catch AP show, and I did see a seer with a fez and had the Plains Indian headdress on. So I don't know. Maybe people could have wore both at the same time, but I don't know. I know mainly like the Plains Indians and stuff like that wear headdresses like that. We always wore the feathered crown, which you can see on here. It's a feathered crown, but he has some type of top hat or something at the top of it. And I just wanted to show you these guys' pictures, just because this is what made me really want to start doing my journey. I'm kind of doing this for like new subscribers, people just coming into this, because it was exciting back then. It was exciting to see these people that resembled you, and they said they were from the Americas and no other else on the planet. It's just an awesome feeling. So that was just a couple pictures, just to show you what kind of sparked me when I came into this type of awakening. It's just good to know that the Americas is made up of so many special, awesome type of people throughout these tribes and nations around. It's an awesome feeling. But I want us to know, as being original, aboriginal, Indian, Moor, whatever, that we have to know our whole story. We can't just start when you think we were doing great things. Remember, we're from the soil. We pop from the soil. We're the first. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under a sun. We made all styles of a house, of dress, of doing things. We did. We didn't just build castles and mansions on the hill everywhere. I'll ask you this, right? If anybody that's ever been hunting, and you guys put in the comments, when you go hunting, do you hunt near your house, or do you kind of travel a little bit? That way the animals don't pick up your smells and don't pick up the smell of the surroundings around you. Usually people are up in a tree. That way they can't smell them anyway. So when you're out, and say you've been traveling for miles and miles, right? You're trying to find something to eat to feed your family, because you are the provider, right? So when you're out there, it gets nighttime. You're in the woods, you're doing things like that. Question, where are you sleeping at? Where are you sleeping? Are you building a brick shelter or a steel shelter right then? Or are you gonna put up something temporary that you can break back down and keep moving? Just a lot of crazy stuff I hear now. It's just crazy to me. And I'm just trying to figure out what's really being said about it. We have to take the good, the bad, and the ugly. Truth is truth, no matter how it comes. You feel me? But I'll leave people with this question, right? What type of Aboriginal, original, Indian, Moor, anything you want to call yourself, what type of original are you? And you guys can put it in the comments. What type, think about it. What type of original are you? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I love you guys. Feathers up, tribe up, wise up, rise up.
Niggas is from tribes. Like, everybody say, yo, I'm from Africa. When you go to Africa, though, they connected to tribes. They're not saying, yo, I'm this. No, I'm from this tribe. Like, this is how deep my tribe go. We run through these countries, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? But we don't approach shit like that. So if you can't connect to a tribe, you can't connect to herbs and minerals. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You can't connect to what got us grounded.
Perfect.